Is your Ford backup camera not working? Let me make an actual video of every single step that you should check, step by step, to actually fix your problem, just like I was sitting here frustrated trying to do. Okay, there's no video on the internet that shows every single possibility and finding it for you. Here you are. Underneath your brake pedal, you have that gray connector right there, okay? You can see that gray connector straight ahead. First, you unplug that and plug it back in, okay? That'll be your first check. If that does not work, we're gonna go to step 2. Often at times, people push down their emergency brake and that gray connector up there can become loose. If that doesn't work, step 2. What you're gonna do is, you're gonna go underneath your truck, up in here, and up in your wheel well up here is a orange connector that'll connect to this plug right here, okay? That plug right there will connect, and often at times road grime and dirt will fill that up. You take it, blow it out with an air hose. After you do that, some dielectric grease, fill that in there, snugly tight that connector, go back in, check it. If that does not work, next. Underneath here is a tab. Everyone on the internet keeps saying, oh, this is guaranteed to break. You go underneath here and there's a little tab. You're gonna put, okay, you're gonna put this little screwdriver, boom, pop it off. Real simple, real easy, okay? After you do that, you're gonna have 2 bolts in here that you're gonna unscrew. They're very long bolts. Once you take those out, okay, you're gonna be able to take off the connector of your camera, which is right here, and it gets fed through the tailgate. You're gonna have a couple of these clips that do pop off and break, depending on how old it is, because it gets fed through here, and then you have a clip that goes in here, and a clip that goes in here, and then it goes underneath your truck. You're gonna take that all off. You're gonna pull out the whole wiring harness. You're gonna take off these wire looms, cut it all the way across, and here is your problem. This is the final solution. For some reason, Ford does not insulate this wire all the way across. So look, you open up your wiring harness, and this thing is just corroded away. All these other wires are insulated, but why specifically is this one wire right here not insulated, Ford? Doesn't make any sense. Okay, so we're gonna continue to cut this all the way open. What they do is they just wrap electrical tape around it. This is terrible. This is crazy. Because when I pulled this plug out, all water just came out of the wire loom. That's built up from, on the road, washing your truck, whatever it is. Okay, and when it rains, it just builds up with the water, and then it can't escape. So water just sits in here, moisture just sits in here. Okay, and it eventually will just corrode your wire away. But what does Ford do? They just wrap it with electrical tape. This is crazy. So right here, actually, it starts and it is insulated. I don't know why they didn't go all the way across. They have a wire connection right here. So we're just gonna snip this off. We are going to put an electrical connector in here. We're gonna run a brand new wire all the way to here, snip it off there, run a brand new wire and connect it. And this is going to work. This will fix your problem. All right, it's fully opened. It really is just absolutely mind-blowing that Ford thinks like, oh, let's just gonna stop a wire connector here and we're gonna leave a fully open, exposed wire and just wrap it in electrical tape and run it all the way across. And yeah, okay, we're just gonna connect it here and we're just gonna connect it here. An open, bare, exposed wire like this. Crazy, really blows my mind. Really blows my mind. So that's your problem right there, as you can see. What we're gonna do is, like I said, we're gonna snip it right here. We're gonna snip it right here and run a full insulated wire, and this will solve your problem. All right, we are back. Repair is complete so far. We are going to strip the wire on the original harness side that was provided. We then use 2 electrical connectors, 1 for each side. You're gonna use 14 or 16 gauge wire, whichever you have. Strip it, connect it, crimp the 2 fittings together, use a torch, or if you have a heat shrink gun, a lighter, whatever you have on hand very gently and heat this up to really seal the connections on both sides. Now I'm going to get the original wire loom. I'm going to tape everything up, and this will fix your problem. Hope this helped, guys. All right, so just finishing this up. This is what it's supposed to look like after you install your wires, put it back in, put your wire casing in. There you have it. I have one more of these I'm going to put back on after, but it's all sealed up, ready to go. All right, so here we are. I'm going to show you guys how to do this because you're going to have to fish it all the way back through when you're done. So here I put a wire through, and I got it all the way through there, popped it out here, and then I taped it around, and now I'm just gonna pull the wire through and feed it through with this other hand at the same exact time till it lines up and pops out. All right, here we are for the final test. Before we do, I just wanna tell you guys, thanks for watching, and don't forget to click subscribe. Back in business. I'll see you guys on the next one.